Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, you've probably heard of footballers and men in general getting hair transplants, but females also get transplants done as well if they're experiencing some kind of hair loss or balding. Now, what I'm experiencing is traction alopecia. My edges have been thin since like primary school, mainly caused by braids. So I used to get my hair done by various hairdressers, and just over the years they've pulled out my edges have become weak, and where I'm at now is that my edges look really thin in comparison to the rest of my hair. It looks silly, like the demarcation, so the thickness between my hair around my head and then the thinness around my edges, it just looks quite thin and also quite concerning. I would love to be able to wear my natural hair with confidence, but the way it looks now, I'm not able to do that. So again, because I've had this traction alopecia for literally decades, it's something that I've always wanted to fix if possible, and oils, creams, etc., massaging, those things haven't worked. So I've decided to go and get a hair transplant because it seems like that is the only way that I'd be able to restore my hair around the edges of my head, and that I'll be able to wear my natural hair with confidence. Let me show you some pictures of my edges, how they look right now, in case you don't believe me that they're really bad. Bear in mind that this is a wig that I'm wearing. My real hair is really short right now because I used to have locks or dreadlocks up until like last summer, so summer of 2022, and then since cutting my locks I've actually shaved my hair quite a few times, so it's really low. But what you'll see is that as my hair starts to grow out, you can really see the difference between my hair and then my edges. There's like a huge difference, and you can really see how thin my edges are, and that's what I want to get fixed from the hair transplant. So let me show you some pictures of what my edges look like. So the rest of my hair is thick, it's full, etc. And then you just suddenly have my edges and there's barely any hairs there. The hairs that I have there are really quite fine, and they're also quite spaced out, and that's obviously because the follicles that I used to have there have been ripped out over time by various hairdressers and by having heavy braid styles. So you can see that my edges are essentially ruined at the moment, and I want to get them restored and get them full and thick again, and that's why I've chosen to book a hair transplant. I'll also show you some pictures of my natural hair so you can see how it looks like when it's grown out. My plan is to grow it out to that length again, but first of all I just want to get my edges fixed, and then I'll start my hair growth journey after that. This hair transplant journey is going to be a journey. I have watched quite a few women on YouTube and on TikTok, and a couple of women on Instagram who have documented their journeys, and it's a long process. First of all, you most likely have to shave your hair off. So I'm mentally preparing myself to have a bald head again. And then also I'm trying to prepare myself for the procedure itself, because I have heard from nearly everyone that the pain that you feel when they are injecting that anesthetic into your head, I've heard that it is like liquid fire, and that it's like walking through hell itself. So that is very concerning. I know it's going to be painful. I know that, you know, no matter what your pain tolerance is like, it's going to be really painful. So I'm trying to brace myself for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot. And then in addition to that, I'm also preparing myself for the recovery process, because it's gonna be a long time before my hair looks suitable and presentable again. And that's mainly because the hair that they implant into the front of your head, it does take a while before it fully becomes thick and full. So I may need to reshave my hair a couple of times again, just to try and keep everything level, and until the front of my hair is able to, I guess, catch up with the rest of my hair. Whilst my hair is growing and filling in, I'm probably going to be wearing a headscarf on my head for at least a few months, because I don't want to be putting pressure on the recipient area. I am scared, yes, because I'm just dreading that pain, but I know long term this will be worth it, and my hair and my edges will look so much better. Let me know if you want me to be making update videos about the transplant itself, and then how my hair starts to fill in and progress over the next few months. I definitely can document this. If any of you are interested in this, just leave a comment below and like this video, and then I will definitely upload these videos to the channel. I'm getting it done in Turkey, by the way, so I'll actually be traveling abroad for this. That's simply because it is so much cheaper to get it done in Turkey than to get it done in the UK. So yeah, I'll be flying abroad in a couple of weeks time. The clinic I have booked my surgery with is Heva clinic. I think that's how you pronounce it, Heva or Heva clinic. I was originally looking at doing it with Longevita, but they seem to have introduced the requirement for people with Afro hair, i.e. me, to do what they call a Fox test. They gave me a quote of how much it would cost with them, and then on the invoice they did say that a Fox or FOX test is required prior to them actually confirming that you can go ahead and actually get the transplant. And I just didn't want to risk traveling all the way to Turkey, all the way to their clinic, for them to potentially turn me down and say, oh, you're not suitable for a hair transplant. So I've opted to pay a little bit more and go with Heva clinic, just for the peace of mind, just for the certainty that after traveling abroad, I will be guaranteed to have the hair transplant. So that's why I'm not doing it with Longevita. Most people seem to get theirs done at Longevita. I just want the peace of mind that after traveling all this way, my hair transplant will be going ahead. So if you are interested in this and you want to follow me on this journey, please do subscribe, like the video, and also leave a comment below, and then I'll be more than happy to share my journey and experience with you. I am excited, but I'm also scared, and then the recovery process is going to be a whole process in and of itself. But I know this is for the long term. It's going to be difficult in the short term, but hopefully really worth it in the long term. So let me know your thoughts, any questions, comments you have, etc. Like the video if you found it interesting. Wish me luck, pray for me, and yeah, I will see you soon.